Atalanta 3, Bayer Leverkusen 0. I don't think we saw that coming. What's good, guys, and welcome to another episode of Mini Football Logic. It's Zeno here, and in today's episode we're going to be talking about the Europa League final between Atalanta and Bayer Leverkusen. It ended 3-0 to the men in the blue and in the black. Wow, oh wow, oh wow. What a performance by Atalanta, by Gasperini's men. Wow, oh wow, oh wow. They pretty much copied and pasted the Liverpool performance. You know, they went to Anfield, completely shook them up, high press, really aggressive defending on the front foot. Liverpool didn't have time to breathe, to have the ball and be comfortable. And this is exactly what they did to Bayer Leverkusen. They just didn't have time on the ball. Like, you already guessed they were probably nervous coming into it. And obviously Atalanta, you could say, were warmed up by their Coppa Italia final against Juventus, but they did lose. So to come into this game, bounce back the way they did, and put in a performance of that quality, of that ilk, against a team that went undefeated for 51 matches is a ridiculous achievement in itself. Atalanta, this is their first trophy since the 1963 Coppa Italia. So that's 61 years of no trophies. Oh my word. And the performance that they put out there, it looked like they've been doing this for years. Ederson was ridiculous in that midfield. It was like there was two or three of him. He put a prime Kante-like performance. Of course, the man of the hour, my fellow Nigerian, Ademola Lookman with a hat-trick. 3 of the most top quality finishes you will see at any level. Never mind the final of a European Cup. First goal was simple, tapping. Palacios was asleep. Second goal. My goodness, Nutmeg Xhaka curled it. It's not even curled it, he just hit it. With the instep of his foot, bottom corner. And then the last goal, counter-attack. Took Tatsoba, 1v1, step over, shifted the ball to his left, smashed into the roof of the net across the keeper. Across Kova. Oh my days. 3 magnificent strikes from the kid from Wandsworth, who's now obviously a true Nigerian now. Man, I knew that, Atalanta had sauce, because that's what you need to have if you're going to beat a team like Liverpool, irregardless of their level. But to then repeat it in the final against a team that just have forgotten how to lose is remarkable. Leverkusen, I can't lie to you, Xabi Alonso, he did a Pep Guardiola. He did a Pep Guardiola. If you know, you know. 2021 Champions League final, I think it was. I hope I got the year right. Where Man City played against Chelsea, and Pep just overthought it. He benched Rodri, didn't have that insurance and that, defensive quality in that midfield, and he paid the price. Havertz's goal kind of came from that. And he pretty much did the same thing. No striker on the pitch. A front three of, I think it was Wirtz, Frimpong and Adley? Or Wirtz, Frimpong and Grimado? I know I don't watch a lot of Bayer Leverkusen, but I'm sure that isn't the team they've been playing during this ridiculous run that they've been on, right? No. It hasn't been. I know the numbers are ridiculous, so maybe they might have been playing there, but I'm sure they have not. That team was odd. I can't lie, but of course it felt like Xabi Alonso had a tactical plan that he wanted to execute out there, and it just simply wasn't executed. It didn't work. They should have started with a striker. There was no threat. Every time Leverkusen got the ball, Wirtz was just, doing what he does, like free roaming, finding the spaces, half spaces, and yet, literally, you could see he would do that, and then there'd be no one up front, so then he would have to then make the run. It just didn't seem to work. The dots didn't connect. And I think in games like this, you always have to focus on yourself and not on the opponent as much. If you have gone this far, gone on this many games without losing, you'd surely think that you'd have a philosophy and a mentality set in place where it doesn't matter who you're playing against. If you play your game, you'll win the match. In that moment, it felt like there was too much focus on Atalanta based on the team that was out there. It looked like Leverkusen put out a team that was weak in terms of weaker than they could have filled it in terms of personnel in order to combat Atalanta. That's how dangerous Xabi Alonso saw the threat of Atalanta. And even with that in mind, and him taking those actions to try and slow down their style of play, it did not work. Atalanta was still irrepressible. They barely even tested Juan Musso in goal. I don't know. It just wow. Like, what a performance. I don't know what else to really say. Atalanta, they won the Europa League. Obviously, it's their first one. Obviously, Bayer Leverkusen still a remarkable season. Let's not get it twisted. Winning the Bundesliga undefeated. 28 wins, 6 draws, 0 losses. This is their first loss of the season. First loss since a 3-0 loss to Bochum of all teams in the Bundesliga last season. And now they got the final, the Deutsche Pokal final, against Kaiserslautern. Surely they'll win that and then finish the season on a high. And then there's the domestic double. But you never know. This loss might hurt them a lot mentally. We'll have to wait and see how strongly they can bounce back, because going so many games without losing it, you reach a pattern and you reach a stage where it's just like, we're not going to lose. Especially with the way they were rescuing games. In the Europa League in particular, the 2 Carabao games and then the Roma game in the second leg. The fact that they always seemed to find a way, it felt like they were just going to maybe do it again. But then Lookman plundered that third goal there, then you thought, oh, this might be it. They might be done. Like, what a performance by Ademola Lookman. Look, he's my guy, innit? But I didn't see that coming. Alright? I did not see that. Let's all just not act like we expected him to put a performance of that ilk or that quality. I knew he'll be good, because I know he's been excellent for Atalanta since he joined. But hat-trick. The first player to score a hat-trick in an Europa League final. The first African player to score more than once, I think it is. Maybe more than twice. Point is, first African score hat-trick as well, obviously. Wow. Nigeria to the world, eh? Wow, oh wow, oh wow. Those are my thoughts anyways. That's how I'm feeling. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of that match in the comments below. Nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll catch you in the next episode of Mini Football Logic.
Mini Logic.